All right, next War Gamers, welcome back. It's Mitch again, obviously, because who else would be doing this? But we're going to do SOF as I promised last time. So the first game turn SOF for the Chinese, they have a special rule, Sonaro special rule that covers that. Basically, they get to assign all of their SOF markers to do whatever SOF mission they are eligible to do. There's no survival rolls for those, so normally you roll for survival after conducting a mission. But then they immediately turn around and allocate them again. On the second time, there is a survival roll. So we are going to do that right now. My rule of thumb is on the first one where there's no survival roll, you might as well do raids because you can't lose them. So we're going to raid the detection track and the SAM track with these guys. We will go ahead and raid these HQs, even though it might be a little tough to do. And I think we'll save targeting for the next round, but we will raid this AAZ so I can try to knock down that beach defense there with a SOF mission. And then I think for this last one we will just raid this airbase again. Actually, we did not destroy all the ports, did we? Let's raid this port and see if we can knock it out. Knock it out with an SOF raid. So we'll go ahead and resolve that. If you grab your chart, go to the SOF Special Forces CRT. We'll do the raid against the detection first. If you look in the middle of this Special Forces CRT, turn your head sideways, you can see it says detection/SAM/theater weapons/nukes. That's the column you use when you're raiding those items. There are no specific modifiers in play for the detection track, so we'll just roll. We're looking for a 4 or less. Hey, a 4 will move the detection 1 to the right and automatically survive, so I'm just going to stick it over here for now. And then we will raid the same marker. For this, there is a +1 on the die roll, so we'll roll for that. A 0 becomes a 1, which actually will move it 2. That's a really good result. PRC will be happy with that. Stack that guy over here. We'll just go around the island, I suppose, and we will raid this port. So the port is in a flat hex, so you're looking at the raid side of the chart. You want an installation in flat, so top row, second column, it says installation. So that's the flat terrain and the type of target. We're looking for a 2 or less. It is garrisoned by a regiment, which is equivalent to a brigade. So that will be a +1. +2 if occupied by at least one brigade. And it's a combat unit. You can tell because it does not have a 0 attack strength. So +2 on this. It's not a great shot. I need a 0 basically, but hey, I can't get killed in this raid, so I might as well try it, right? And a roll 2, and he misses, so we'll just put him over here. We're going to raid this HQ in urban. So again, you find the urban terrain. It's the 4th row down on the left-hand side of the Special Forces CRT. And go all the way over to you see the HQ/RD/supply depot column. Should be, what's that, the 4th column over. It's a 4 or less. There is no garrison, so it's just going to be a straight 4 or less. And a 3 will give us a strike 1 marker. So when a HQ takes a strike, let me put the marker on there, it also loses a combat capability. So it doesn't lose an equal number of capabilities to the strike that's inflicted. It's a strike result, therefore it loses 1 mission. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this HQ as having used 1 mission. Control P if you want to know the secret code. And we'll move that guy back over here. Now I'm going to skip the beach one for now. We'll do this HQ raid here. Again, same thing as last guy. And 8's going to miss, so we will just drag this guy down here and put these in the middle. I think that was it for that raid. So now we're going to raid the beach defense track. So these are special new rules for Taiwan 2nd edition. Can we zoom in over here so you can see this beach defense track can be attacked by 1 airstrike, 1 SOF raid. It's as an installation in flat, so that's what we're looking for, right? Where were we? Let's zoom out. So it's an installation in flat, so we're back up there on the top row again. And then second column, there are no modifiers. It's simply a roll, so we're looking for a 2 or less. Again, not a great shot maybe, but hey, don't have to roll for survival. So boom, that's a miss. All right, so that was the 1 free round for the Chinese SOF. This time around they will get they'll have to roll for survival. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing on the detection track though. because those are important, in my opinion, to knock down. This time we're going to target these HQs, whoops, rather than raid them. We will still try for the beach zone, but what to do with this guy? I think I want to... with that garrison in that port, it's just really hard to do an SOF raid. So I think maybe we'll go for a little bit slightly quote-unquote better shot, and we'll try to hit this airbase up here. You know what? I take it back. We are going to hit the airfield. Where is a good airfield? I don't want to be too close to Chi. I will do this airfield here because I want to get some strikes on the airfields, air bases, so that we can get some positive effects in the air superiority phase. So anyway, now we're going to do the whole thing again. This time we'll roll for survival. So we'll do against the detection track. Again, we're looking for a 4 or less. A 1, I believe that is a 2. It's 2. So special forces coming through here. But now we roll for survival on this guy. He's +1 for raid, -3 for strategic surprise because they didn't know it was coming. A 7 or more would eliminate him. In this case, he's fine, so we're just going to send him back to the used box. Now we'll raid the same track. Again, that was a +1. I think that will miss. It will, so he will roll for survival. He rolls a 9. -3 is 6. +1 for raid is 7. That dude is eliminated. That team, I should say, is eliminated, right? This time we're going for targeting. So here's something to keep in mind. Whoa. This -1 on the marker is not a dial modifier. It's the targeting marker that you put down on a successful targeting mission. So we're going to go ahead and target. If you go all the way to the right on the Special Operations Forces CRT, you can see the targeting column. Again, you have to turn your head to the left or turn your chart, whatever. We're looking for a 4 or less. And a 0 will target it. So you simply mark this HQ with a -1 or target -1 marker, right? And then we roll for survival. No +1 on this one, just straight up. So he will survive. This is an airfield, so not an installation, right? So if you look on the Special Operations Forces CRT, SOF CRT, I'll just do that. Again, top row, third column over this time because it's not an installation, it's an airfield. So you're looking at the helo/airfield column. And we're looking at for a 3 or less. A 3 or less, we'll put a strike marker on there. We'll clone this one, drag it over. Now in this case, we will roll for collateral damage immediately because it's not the strike phase. So we'll go ahead and just do that now. A 6 is going to be nothing. So we'll roll for survival. He rated, but he's -3 with a +1, so he's going to be fine. So he'll go to used. Basically, turn 1, you probably have to roll a 9 to die. This beach defense, again, flat installation, looking for a 2 or less. Nope. Survival, he's fine, he'll go to used. And then we are trying to target this HQ. Same rolls last time, 4 or less. No. Survival. -3 is a 6. It was not a raid, so no +1 to kill him. So basically, if you don't raid, you're pretty much invulnerable to loss on the first game turn. That's SOF, first SOF phase. So it's broken up because it's an initiative turn. I should have explained that. So when you're on this, let me zoom in here a little bit. When you're on this track here, advanced game only, because we're playing advanced game, so we're using all the boxes, right? And then in the initiative, in an initiative turn, there's a first SOF phase. If this was a contested turn, both sides would go in the second SOF phase. But because it's an initiative, the PRC has the initiative, we did it here. So I'm going to stop here. I'm going to advance it. We're going to do the air naval stuff next. Again, trying to keep these videos a little bit shorter so that you're not listening to me drone on and on and on and on. So anyway, I'll see you next time for the air phase.